Hey everybody, welcome back. Scoot in here, bud. I've got the Side Hustle Survivalist with us today.
Hoorah!
And I'm going to take my hat off. Hey, just so you know, this hat was on its last leg.
You gotta lean in.
And I painted it. I refurbished it. Don't look at the other side, it's kind of funky. But I washed the dog out of it. And it really brought it back to life. Appliance paint. Wash your hat, form it, paint it with appliance paint. It's almost new again.
There you
So
go.
those
From
are
a
the
distance.
comments that you've always been watching?
Yeah,
That's the comment.
Man, you can't see those things.
I know. It's hard to see.
Man.
Yeah, it's hard to see, guys. The comments are hard to see, but we do our best.
Yep. It's okay. We're gonna watch.
We've got a ton of news for you today. Do you want to start, or
Well,
how
first
do you
off,
wanna
Bud
start?
is
I'll
hanging
start.
out. Bud is hanging out with us today, which I'm so glad. We're gonna start off with a scripture before you
All right,
start
go
off with
ahead.
your story. So Bud's with us, hanging out with us this weekend. Chris's parents is hanging out with us this weekend. You guys, we're just having a really amazing time talking about what's going on in the world right now. But I want to read a scripture. Mr. Al, you always send me the most amazing scriptures. You guys check this out, and I hope you guys can hear me. If you can, you guys give me a thumbs up. Let us know that you can hear us correctly. So here you go. Proverbs 24:17 and 18. Never gloat when your enemy meets disaster, and don't be quick to rejoice if he falls. For the Lord, who sees your heart, will be displeased with you and will pity your foe. So there you go.
You know how hard that is?
That's very hard.
Very hard.
But Proverbs is amazing. If you live by Proverbs,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. All right.
I mean, whoa.
So
he's pointing at him?
Yeah, she's pointing at me.
I'm pointing at him. All right.
No, Bud is not my dad. My dad is actually here. He's behind the camera over
Hey,
there.
Dad, come
Man,
Dad,
what do you mean am I his dad?
Dad, pop in and say hi.
What?
He's actually my granddad.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
Dad, pop in and say hi.
Hey there.
Ah,
So we're having a
there's his
big.
dad.
We got-
Do I look old enough to be his dad?
We got all kind of stuff going on this weekend.
Thank you for that.
And we have a sponsor, you guys, just so
We
you
do
know
have a
for this
sponsor.
video.
Look, real quick, guys. SUUNF is the ticker, and we'll talk about them a little bit later, but just know they are on the forefront of the green movement. That's where I think the government subsidies will be spread. That is par for the course, right? They, it's all about the climate,
I've
climate
used them.
change.
You're getting ready to use them.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to put solar panels on here.
I have all that.
And I'll actually put a link of the CEO in the description so you can actually see exactly what they're up to. And we're going to talk about them a little bit later. But remember, SUUNF, we thank you for the sponsor. It's awesome to have one. They're the largest company operating in the area of the James Bay region.
Where's that?
That is in one in Australia and the other one is in Latin America. The largest company in the area has $7 billion market cap, permitted development stage mine that will be ready in 12 to 24 months. Another $3 billion company is already mining. It's starting to pick up. These miners are going. Solar is on the way. So if you're not there yet, get ready because it's going to save us a bunch of money on electricity, is it not? Yeah. We might even talk about your side hustle on that.
Yeah, I mean, I already have all that. But I got. Can I tell my story?
Yes.
Oh, I'm on my way down here today, everybody. Coming in this morning to come see my buddy here, the financial prepper, and I'm traveling down and through Oklahoma, doing 94 miles an hour because that's all that my governor will do on my truck, believe it or not. And I got stopped by a highway patrolman. Well, this old fella comes up, this highway patrolman come up, he over on the passenger side window over here, and he looks at me and he says, well, you know why I stopped you? And I was like, well, hell, if you don't know why you stopped me, I don't know why. I ain't going to tell you no idea why you stopped me. And so he laughed about that type of thing. And so he goes, you got your license and registration? I said, sure. And before I handed it to him, I said, now look now, before I give you any kind of money, I like to know the people I'm giving money to. And he kind of looked at me like I was an oddball or something. And so he just crossed his arms and put up on my windowsill over there.
Oh,
He goes,
really?
yeah. And he goes, well, where are you going? I said, well, I'm heading down to Louisiana to see my buddy because we're YouTubers and we have some other business to do and everything. He goes, YouTubers about what? I said, well, I do side hustles and my buddy talks about financial prepping. So
And welding.
And welding, yeah. I didn't say that, sorry, but I talked about financials. And he was like, really? He goes, I'm a big side hustle guy. And so come to find out, after 15 minutes spinning with the highway patrolman on the side of the road, the guy's 33 years old. He has a wife, 2 kids, 40 acres. He has a 20 cow-calf red Angus and black Angus herd. He owns 2 rental houses, and he paid off his house, his mortgage, last year.
Whoa.
And
That's huge.
he paid off 1 rental house mortgage. He only has a mortgage left on 1 rental house. And he also just bought a 2024 Chevy diesel 3/4 ton truck like mine. And
he's going to ride it off.
He paid 75% down on it, financing the other 25%. Says he plans on paying that off in 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
then
cool.
over the next 3 years to pay off his rental. Guy's 33 years old, a highway patrolman, and
That is...
man, he's got his head on straight. And so I gave him my card. I told him about you. He's going to go and check out our channels. And he said, I'll probably subscribe because I love side hustles. And he gave me a warning doing 94 miles an hour. That's the best part of it. So I was like, so, hey, as Chris says up there at, not Galatian Farms, Grounded Beef.
Grounded beef.
Get to know a farmer. Hey, get to know your highway patrolman whenever he stops you.
Well, I want to jump in here real quick.
It sounds like he's living beyond his below his means. So go ahead.
Well, this applies. I got to get close to the mic because my
'Cause you
voice
don't talk
does
loud.
not carry because I hear so good. If I wear earplugs, I'll be screaming. This applies for everybody. Side hustles are for everybody. It is so important to get something going that you're good at. You can start writing your life off in all kinds of ways. And state troopers don't make that much.
No.
The reason people do those kind of jobs is for the retirement,
Yep.
for that kind of thing. But
Just
he's,
like I'm a firefighter.
Sure.
I'm just doing it for the retirement.
I was a welder. I didn't, but you know, I could have went through life just being a welder, but I decided to invest in assets that pay me to own them and start businesses. And Bud has a whole channel on starting side hustles, and they are awesome.
I do. And they are
I'm,
awesome.
I'm legit. I'm not joking you. He would not be sitting here if he didn't have something to offer. I would not have him on the channel.
we have a little side hustle going on tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
He'll
That's
may
amazing.
let you know about how that turns out here down the road.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
It's going to make a lot of money.
Before we go any further, hey you guys, there's like 34 people that are watching right now. Can you guys just click off real quick and go click that like button? It helps us so much with the algorithms
does.
because we got put in YouTube jail for a while and we are struggling to get back out of that. So I would appreciate that so much. But let's get on to some news, and what do you want to talk about next?
How much do state troopers make, Jay?
I don't know.
I wanna
But
know.
let me just tell you.
What is good money is what I want to say.
I would probably say 55 to 65.
Depends on the
Probably somewhere
area.
there.
And 75, I think, some of them. It depends on
When I
the
say
rank.
this, I'm not talking down to anybody. If you're not making over 100,000, you're too close to the poverty level. Get a side hustle. That's what it's going to take to do well in the Thunderdome. You're going to have some extra money, some more money. 78,000.
Yeah, Jake's and Custom Parts is
All right.
78,000 in
So,
Texas. That's in
pretty good.
Texas.
Just on the side note of that, guys, even if you make that kind of money, that's only half of the equation. You got to know how to take care of your taxes.
Yep, you do.
And not pay
yeah.
the taxes on that type of stuff. Keep as much money in your pocket that you can.
If you want to save money on your taxes, go watch his tax video.
Yeah,
It
go
is
watch my tax
amazing. Amazing. I've been nothing but screwed by tax people. And now I understand. I'm starting to get it. We're going to go over some of that this
yeah,
weekend.
this weekend.
And so it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you can keep and then deploy into other assets that pay you. That's what the wealthy do. See, everybody thinks they just work for a living and save. No, you work and you invest in assets and they pay you. They pay for your toys. They pay for everything. Your assets that keep spitting out money. It's really cool, and I want everybody on the channel to experience that one day, whether it be rental properties or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys could see us on the video there, you notice how much bigger I am than Chris? You know, he said he stopped working out, and his grandpa, as some of you thought, It's a little bit bigger.
Well, that's really eating on him. I have lost a little weight. I'll get into that at the end of the video.
Just real quick, Lacey said she really, really likes your text videos. She just commented.
Who?
But Lacey, just on the comments real quick.
Okay.
But let's get into some of the news right now, and then I want to get
Yeah.
into our sponsor and different
Yeah.
things like that.
We've been joking and smoking.
Let's talk about what's going on with. There's a lot of stuff, you guys, right now, and I'm going to bring it down just a little, not so much funny. I'm going to bring it down to kind of realistic world. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in our world right now, and Bud and I were just actually talking about it while Chris was getting ready to do this video. There is a lot of stuff that's happening in our world right now, and it can be kind of daunting. And so we want to bring solutions. We want to say, hey, you guys, this is what's happening. So let's start off right now with the diesel. We'll talk about what's going on with the oil. Saudi Arabia, Russia. They're trying to sell. They have said we're cutting back production. They're raising the prices. It's over $100 a barrel. Diesel's going up. It's going to affect the production costs, which is good if you own oil, like you were talking about, Bud.
I was talking about. I'm all excited that it's going up.
It's going to affect the production, and it's going to affect the products and what you pay at the store. Let's talk about that.
Well, it's hard to get excited about diesel going up because that means everything goes up.
Yep.
Diesel is the lifeblood of the economy. When diesel goes up, all of our goods and services go up. So it's not a great thing. Now, if you've been dabbling in oil stocks and diesel stocks, you're
I'm
ahead
happy
of most.
for it to go up.
Right.
Right. But it's going to hurt the economy as a whole as diesel prices get into the stratosphere, because I think oil prices are going to go like to the moon. I think $100 a barrel is going to be a deal in the Thunderdome, and I've been saying that for a while.
I think 120 will be a deal.
Right. And there's no telling. I mean, we could be seeing some really nutty prices if we're going to go green, and they're going to do everything they can to make us go that way. Stomp their. It's like a 3-year-old kid throwing a temper tantrum. We're going to go green no matter what. Well, there's going to be a hefty price to pay, and the economy's hanging on by a thread. I mean, we're coming over the curb. Now we've got higher prices with all of our goods and services and the diesel that supplies them. So keep that in mind.
Throw my 2 cents
Yeah.
on this? All right, so I follow the oil, gas industry quite a bit. I used to be in that industry a lot. So you have out in the Midland, Odessa, Texas area, the Permian Basin and everything. It is still going strong. And in fact, that is what they produce almost 80% of all of our oil and gas for America right now. And of course, old Joe Borgen has decreased our reserves down to almost zero, but they're still trying to go strong out there, and that is because of all the increase in the production and everything. It's actually building up the price of oil and all that, because one of our main things is we have to get our national reserves back up at least out of the red.
Yep.
Because if anything happens with all this crap that's going on with overseas, can I say the U word?
No, just say
Okay.
overseas.
Overseas, if I could say overseas and other stuff that's going on over there, then we do not have the whole military. Our whole oil reserves right now is built to supply and support our military industrial complex. And right now we're at negative.
Yep.
And so if anything happens, we're kind of screwed, ladies and gentlemen. So it may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing. It depends on which side of the seat you're sitting at right now. But that's something that you need to watch. And you can take advantage of it from a stock advantage like I have, and you can make money on it. And so that's my thoughts.
All right. Want to go to the next hot topic?
Let's go to the next topic. Just remember, energy in general, all energy, including food is energy, all that is going to go up. The fertilizer that it takes to produce to feed the masses is going to go up even higher. So we even got a story to tell about our pantry. We have got a debacle going on in our pantry. I've been spreading bad information. I'm going to have to come clean. Towards the end of the video.
We talk about prepping all the time because we do. Everything we tell you guys that we do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and this one didn't work. Let's actually talk about it now.
Okay, we'll talk about it now, but I do want to tell you my failures. I
do.
thought I'd figured a hack out that didn't turn out.
No, did not. We tried.
So, I've been saying for a long time, and what we've been doing and practicing is taking our stuff we buy, rice, oatmeal, stuff we eat anyway, right? Just stuff that you eat. We put it in a vacuum seal bag. We suck the air out of it till it's hard as a brick. And then we stick it in the pantry. And we eat off the front. And so far, it has been perfect. Yep. The bag we eat off the front is just as good as the one on the back. So, this was going on, right? Well, in the cabinet, here's what I think happened. We put some stuff that we didn't vacuum seal. And the bugs, you know how the larva and everything, rice and whatever, comes, and it just happens. Bugs start coming out of nowhere. They chewed through the bags
that were sealed.
The Mylar bag?
Not the Mylar bag.
The vacuum sealed.
The vacuum sealed bags. Because I've got bags in there that were hard as a brick, and now they've got air in them, and they've got bugs in them. So that is a no-go. I thought I'd had a hack there, and if you guys have been practicing that, go back and do something else. I'll try to come up, because a lot of the ways to make food stable for a long time takes a lot of work, and we eat it as we go, so I thought we could keep it fresh. But I think what happened was we put some in there, and it was so many bugs that come out of this one. I think it was oatmeal. It was a big bag of oatmeal. So many bugs come out of that, and they chewed enough on it that they ate through it. So,
but you were able to reuse that.
But we do have a super chat.
We do.
Can you read it for me?
Yep. So it says we were going to reuse that. We're going to feed the chickens. So I'm going to take all those that we lost about 50 pounds, just so you guys know, right? So I'm going to put those in a tote, and throughout the winter, I'm going to feed the chickens. I'm going to cook it and feed the chickens, and we're not going to lose it, but we learned a hard lesson. Thank you for the super chat. It's Ewok Jerky.
Ewok Jerky. I like
When
the
the
name.
average person within any society or / country spends 40% of their net worth on food, they riot. And you're absolutely right.
That's right. That's why I got rid of my rental properties.
No one on YouTube is tracking this chart like a pressure gauge, and you're absolutely right. That's why I was watching a guy the other day who was saying about the real estate. He was looking at the charts, and he was saying, oh, everybody's wrong. Real estate's going up. Real estate's going up. I'm like, but you're not taking into consideration. You're not taking into consideration inflation. Prices going up for the foods, stores that are shutting down, businesses, bankruptcies, all that. So you're absolutely correct. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're spot on.
Somebody said freeze before you pack. You know,
I've done that and it sweated.
It did. It sweated our rice.
It sweat real bad.
And we've even done
dry,
no, you freeze it. You put it in the freezer. We've even put it in the oven before and cooked it.
And it'll sweat.
That works.
That works.
Dry canning works
100%
perfect. of the time.
Because we do dehydrate, and then we'll do that.
But sweat.
You can dry can rice, and it'll last for 30 years.
Yeah.
Probably
We
longer.
tried the freeze thing, and it sweated horrifically.
Really?
Yeah.
Auction absorbers and Mylar bags is what I should have done. But I was just trying to, because we use it. I mean, we actually eat the food that we stock.
Somebody said
So
mail the
I
bugs
thought
to
it would be
Washington,
okay.
D.C.
Yeah, they want us to eat bugs anyway, right?
There you go.
But anyway, next story. But if you guys are doing that, I thought I had it down, but it turns out bugs can chew through the bag. I didn't know.
Well, I got a couple stories about immigration. You want to go to that right now? What's
going
on?
Oh, yeah, immigration's a humongous problem. Man, it is so bad, and it's going to hurt the immigrants more than anybody.
Well, I want to talk about 3 prominent stories right now, and then I'll let you guys can kind of talk about this, Bud and Chris, whatever you guys are talking about. We got 3 of them right now. As you guys all saw, the Roosevelt Hotel right now that happened in New York with the AOC and all that, they came out and they protested. They came out and they said they are done. They're trying to do tent cities right now. They're sending them off to an island that's in the suburbs, and it is getting really nasty. Second of all, you've got hotel fires that are happening because the immigrants, apparently they say they're partying, they're doing drugs, and you guys, and here's the thing, is there's probably some good people. And yeah, there's probably some good people, but there's some bad apples as everything. And now you've got Minnesota. You've got Minnesota coming out, and they're going to issue every illegal immigrant driver's license. You guys tell me what you think about this. Good, bad. I know we have people that drive, and we say it's a really issue that we even talked about with them before. But anyway, let's talk about this a little bit. This is becoming a really hot subject.
The illegals I know do not have a driver's license. They don't get anything free from the government besides health care. Medicaid and that kind of stuff.
They didn't get all those. They didn't get all those stimulus packages.
They don't get stimulus. They don't get. That's the ones I know. Now it's obviously different in other places.
These are the ones that are just coming over the border right now.
It's by the state, isn't it?
Huh?
It's by the state.
Well,
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be.
and we're
by
just
the
talking
state.
about the ones that are just coming over right now. They're busting them in right now to different states.
And the reason that they're getting on the buses is because they're being told through social media, hey, come to New York City. They'll give you everything. They'll give you food, a place to stay, a hotel room, and if you don't play by the rules, they just put you somewhere else. They don't deport you. That's not even on the roster. So that's why it's not Abbott. 90% of the illegals have gotten to New York City on their own by request. It's not Mayor Abbott in Texas. I mean, he's doing his best to ship them up there, and more power to him. But now, I just made a video the other day how Mayor Adams is saying we might not have should have rolled that welcome out for them.
Yep.
That might not have been such a good idea to be such, just it's always the wrong incentive. Just do this.
I'm going to play devil's advocate on this.
Go ahead.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you about a grocery store. Go ahead.
All right. So, in the past, I've had illegal immigrants help me in my companies and everything, and they were awesome workers.
They are.
And there are those who are coming across the border right now who actually are wanting to come to earn a living, to work. And they're coming to work and do a very good job. Unfortunately, there's another whole majority of them that are not coming across that are causing the problems. So where do you draw the line at?
I don't know. It's a hard, and I just read an article the other day about where grocery stores are literally moving out of some areas because of the crime, the looting, immigrants, all this kind of stuff, and so now they're saying they're going to have city-run grocery stores.
They
I
are
don't know
military
where.
age. They're young men.
I don't know where you go with this. I don't know where you go with this. They are military age. You're right.
Yeah, so, okay, here's the whole thing in a nutshell from the way I see it.
Okay.
America is migrants. That's the way it's been, right?
Been melt-a-pot.
All right, fine. But at what point do we need to say, hey, is that a child molester? Does that person have a criminal history? Does that person, are they from China? Because 10,000 people encountered at the border have been from China. Chinese nationals at our border. 33,000 Russians at our border that has been encountered. So, I'm not saying all migrants are bad. It's far from it. What I'm saying is we need to know where they're coming from, what they're up to, and what they've done before they showed up at the border, before they got on the bus and showed up at your doorstep.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. That there needs to be some type of vetting. But before we do any of it, we have got to fix what is already here. The migrants that have been here for 20 freaking years, have been paying taxes, doing right, all of those things. Where are they? Are they last on the list? So the system is completely broken, and it is by design, I think, to kill this place from within. That's what happened in Rome. It's what happens through history. They encourage, they send out the wrong incentives, and then, oh, well, we've got a big problem now. That's what happens, just like Mayor Adams. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy that was actually
late.
on a microphone that was talking in front of the Roosevelt Hotel the other day in New York when he was actually confronted the AOC. They went to show up and they thought it was going to be a really nice, sweet, lovely visit, I guess. And the guy was on there. He said, I got family right now for 7 years that's in Colombia. They're desperately trying to get to America. He said, they've done everything right. They filed all the paperwork. He said, we've been begging, trying to get them here. And he said, I can't get them here. And he said, all of a sudden now you're just going to let them cross the border and give them everything? You're giving them several $100s a month. You're giving them a free place to stay. You're giving them cell phone. You're giving them, matter of fact, it's New York right now. Sorry, I'm going to speak fast. I'm going to slow down because I get to talking too
you're
fast.
fine.
But New York right now, the schools are overrun. They're actually having to send kids to other schools because they're literally overrun. This is a problem. And so whether we want to talk about it or not, it's a problem.
No,
So
it's absolutely a problem. And welding the gates open at the border is not the solution.
Yeah.
The solution's pretty easy to see. Shut the gates and try to deal with what we've got and mitigate that. But no. It's just mayhem. Let them in. Just come on. Doesn't matter where they're from, China, Russia, Venezuela. Doesn't matter what they've done. They're poor immigrants. Just take care of everybody. I don't believe that in any shape, form, or fashion. We got a super check. Can you read that
Tony,
for me?
yes, he says for a silver giveaway fund.
Silver. We're giving some
Tony,
silver away.
We will give another silver away. You know what? I'll tell you what let's do. Let's do a hashtag, and then let's talk about our sponsor a little bit. And at the end of the sponsor, we'll pick one.
Okay, perfect. What do you want to put? Hashtag.
You pick. Bud, you pick. What's our hashtag for the silver?
How about for a veteran?
Well, you got to pick a hashtag.
Hashtag veteran.
Hashtag veteran. All right, you guys
Photos
do
of that.
hashtag veteran.
Tony's.
Thank you.
Tony gave away some silver, and all you have to do is, if you can see that number, if you can't, the number is 318-564-5823.
Yep. Text me, and I will get that.
And if
to
one of
you.
my awesome moderators will put it in the comments, I will pin it. I think M and J can do that as well. Hashtag veteran, and for a silver giveaway. Now, does a veteran have to win it?
Does it have to? You want?
No, we can't tell if it's a veteran or not.
Okay, we'll just do hashtag veteran. All right.
Hashtag veteran, because we are grateful for our veterans,
We
and
are.
anybody can win it.
All right. Well, let's talk about. So you
Now-
guys, it's so awesome when we do have
It's
a sponsor.
awesome to have a sponsor. It really is.
It does. It helps us, gives us time to research for you guys on other stuff.
Right, and this company is mining in the James Bay region. They're becoming the most important lithium region in the world. It's SUUNF. Now, they're attacking the solar. They're going after what I'm going after, actually. I'm putting solar panels on top of this building. Bud has already done solar panels, and he's really pleased with it.
Yep.
Pretty much pays your electricity
Pays
bill.
all
right?
my electricity bill.
This is the most legitimate green movement that I can see. Like, oh man, this really works, right? This works. That's what they're doing. Like I said before, I'm going to put a link to the YouTube video. It's only about 3 minutes long. It's the CEO explaining exactly what they're doing and what they're up to. But SUUNF is a full-service solar developer with a development opportunity of over 250 milliwatts in New York and Maryland. In the U.S., they focus on commercial, industrial, and community solar opportunities. Today, the stock was $5.93, and I heard that there's some news coming out. I have no idea what it is. That price could go up, possibly to $14. But I don't know, guys. That is, look, I'm telling you, there's just no telling. It's a stock. I'm not telling you to buy it, but I want you to take a look at them because it's obvious we're getting into solar. I am. He does. It's kind of the thing, and they're going to supply 250 megawatts to New York and Maryland. So check them out.
Well, I mean, just look at what just happened right with MGM. Just look what happened with Caesars right now. Just look what happened with Texas with their electrical grid, and some of it's owned by China. You guys, you need a backup. You need a backup, and this is just a way, we've talked about this, you need a backup.
Well, this is a way to invest in it, even
is.
if you don't have it.
It is.
But I would recommend taking the time to check it out because Bud has an awesome idea on this.
I will throw this in. Solar is not something that you need to rely on 100%. It is an assistance. You know, it's a deal that helps you litigate or reduce your expenses. And that's what it did for me. I have if you seen my videos about the whole solar system, I have a 12 kW system. I don't pay any electricity. But sometimes whenever the clouds come over, I do have to pay electricity or something along those lines. So it's a give and take situation. It's just another way of helping you save money. It's not a way for you to rely 100% up on all the green type stuff because, you know, you still got to have your oil and gas to keep you constant on your
That's a good point.
electricity and
Good
everything
point.
that's coming along right now.
Very good point. Yeah, you're right.
It's somewhat of an unreliable energy, you know. I mean,
But it's a good way to invest.
It's not right now. You got to have sunlight. You know, you can't have a bunch of ice on them. But hey, this is the future, and if it saves me on an electrical bill,
It does. It will. It'll save you a
then
lot.
I'm in. So, and then you've got batteries, the lithium batteries that they're getting into, that's going to hold the electricity, and you can use it when the sun's down. So check out SUUNF. Thank you for the sponsor.
All right, you want to pick a piece of silver?
Yes. All right.
We'll let
Stop.
Bud- we'll let Bud
Hashtag veteran. You let Bud pick. Here's what we do. I scroll down, I
yep.
scroll up, and I'm gonna put my finger and you read it.
Yeah, I've watched it half a dozen times do this.
You got to be
We
fast.
go all the way
'cause it moves.
down.
There's no hashtag silver on there, is there?
Hashtag veteran. That's what you
Hashtag
said.
veteran, you said. There's a ton of them. There is probably like
Is there?
200. Oh, yeah.
move the
Veteran, I
camera.
mean, sorry.
Yeah, I've been watching them on my phone
All right,
right
I'm
here.
gonna go all the way down, all the way up, and I'm gonna put it right here.
Right there you go. Who is it?
Jonathan Garner.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Gardner. Jonathan Gardner.
Aren't you a movie star or something?
Hey, he is
I get
now.
that all the
He won.
time.
Guys,
John-
we're having a good time.
Why is Billy Bob Thornton teaching me how to weld? I get that all the time on the welding videos.
Jonathan Gardner, he said, thanks. Jonathan Gardner, text me 318-564-5823. Text me your mailing address. And by the way, you guys, if you don't ever get coffee or silver, please let me know because I do mail them to you. I've had one sent back to me and I had to remail. Anyway, you want to go on to, I got one more thing that I was going to talk about real quick. We've
I have a
got,
question.
yeah.
What'd you kill him for?
What'd you
What'd you kill Jesse for?
What'd you kill Jesse for?
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up like
Okay, Hank.
like
Yeah,
Carl
I'm Hank
one
Hill.
day.
I did a whole video on Hank Hill, so he's got to do one on Billy Bob Thornton.
You guys, you should hang out with me today. Let's see. I got Sling Blade and I got Hank. This is going to be
He is
interesting
like
today.
Hank Hill, that's
It
the
is.
truth.
All right, you guys, we got some lab-grown chicken firms that are in
man.
Chicago, and they have picked this area. So in Chicago, be prepared. You have no idea in your restaurants if you're going to actually get real chicken or lab-grown. They're not going to tell you what restaurants that you're actually going to be. They're going to use them in, but they have picked Chicago as far as their large-scale plant to test this in. So good luck going out to eat.
Does anybody on here even go to Chicago?
Well, good luck going
Probably,
to
if
Chicago.
anybody's from Chicago, put it in the comments.
Yeah,
'cause
put
I'd
in the
like
comments.
to
I'd
know.
like to see if anybody's from Chicago.
We
So
got
I
people
had-
from
I
all.
had
There's
an
good
uncle
people in
like
Chicago,
Bud.
man.
We called him Uncle Bud. He said,
And I had somebody ask how to get to Bud's channel. And if one of my moderators could go over and copy the link and stick it in the description, that would be, or in the comments, and I'll pin it to the top if I can see it. But all it is Side Hustle Survivalist. And he's made a lot of money with these side hustles, and they're legit. They're not, weirdo side hustles that don't really work. These actually work.
Chris
Side
is,
hustle.
Chris is back when you were doing your pole dancing, you made pretty good money on that side hustle. So
that's how I met him. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so one more article to go. I got one more article for you. I know. Got one more article for you.
go ahead.
So the military, you guys, including the United States, German, the UK, Ukraine, all these, they're starting to use the AI. So AI is now just not becoming where it's like, hey, it's the nice where you make the nice little thing for the college, you do all this kind of stuff. The military is actually starting to use AI. So you guys pay attention to this. They've raised about 223 million. Germany did the other day, and they said they're going to put this into the AI of their defense. So it's becoming more than just a nice, what is he called, chat GBT or whatever, where you make these nice little papers.
There's
and
nothing
you
nice
have to-
about any of it.
So,
go ahead.
well, they're 223 million they just raised. That's German. The United States also is raising money. They're putting it into AI. So AI is becoming now part of our military defense. So, what do you want to?
It's becoming part of everything. It's becoming part on. They're not going to need money managers anymore. They're just going to have the best AI manage money for them. There's going to be, or there is. There's writers that are going on strike because of AI. The AI is affecting everything, and it's really affecting the young children the most. I think that's going to pay the most. It always is the young children, or children in general, but that's going to be the friend they consult instead of God. That is going to be the person that's always right, that's always there for them in the chats. On Instagram, you have a little AI bot that shows up. And as you talk to it, it starts to learn you. It looks at what you've got on there and what you're into. And it starts to comment. And it's making these children feel as if it is the thing that always knows the right answer. And that is the biggest problem.
Well, and the China right now, she just married one of them. She just married her AI friend, and she actually had a wedding ceremony where she married her AI bot friend. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I missing?
Well, you're not missing anything.
Okay.
What are they missing is the thing. Kids' childhood now is nothing like mine
It is
was.
nothing.
It's nothing
No.
like mine was. I
And
thought
since
I
I'm
would
his
have
grandpa, according to a lot of you, are dad.
Pappy over here.
Yeah. Wasn't anything like my childhood, you know, back when we had horses and buggy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you have anything?
One last
That's
thing.
it.
So, can you guys talk a little bit about the CBDCs that are coming out?
We can talk about the CBDCs, but first, real quick, I want to mention Vegas. Guys, it's kind of spur of the minute now. We've been talking about it for a while. We're going to be in Vegas September 30 weekend.
Yep.
If you cannot make it, you can use the affiliate link to hear everything that we're going to hear while we're there from the people speaking. So you can get the information even if you're not there. So the affiliate link will be in the description. Check it out, and I hope to see you there. It's gonna
And
be
hopefully
fun.
we'll try to jump on live while we're there a few times and maybe kind of fill people
There's going to be
in
so
and-
many people there. Jack from Nobody Special, the Economic Ninja, Joe.
Yep.
Can't remember his name.
Jesse.
No.
Shielded Prepper, he's going to be there. He's about
Heresy Financial.
He's going to be there.
The Shielded Prepper Jesse's going to be
Yeah.
there. We'll be speaking on a panel together. It's going to be a really fun time, and you're going to. It'll be a lot of fun. But if you can't make it, you can still use the link to watch it, just like you were there.
I won't be there.
Well, somebody over the wall just said, I will be there. You guys, I'm looking so forward to seeing all you guys. And I don't know who you guys are. So just walk up and say hi, please, because I don't know you. So just walk up and say hi and introduce yourself.
And thanks, Tony, for the super chat. That was very nice to give silver away. It's heartwarming to give something that you know is going to go up in value as they really hammer our currency and we're no longer the global reserve currency, because that's coming. It's already the case, actually. But that's something that's going to give that person probably a little cushion in the future. Anyway, go ahead and let's talk about CBDCs.
Well,
Go ahead.
we're
So-
already
No,
at.
what do you wanna
you
talk-
want to do that now, or you want to save it for another video?
can
What
just
are we
save it.
already
We can
at?
save it for another.
37 minutes. I think we should save that for another video.
All right.
CBDCs.
Okay, well,
They're coming. That's
They
all I'm
are.
going to say. They're
Yeah.
coming.
it's in the mail.
And don't worry about it. That's all I want to say. Don't worry about it. They're coming.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
All right.
don't worry about
In the next video, don't worry about it. CBDCs are on the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got on his mind, but it depends on how they employ them and a bunch of other things. But guys, thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. If you're new to the channel, please check it out and try to get in the comments. Salt of the earth in the comments. You see the live chat going by. Those are really good people. I talk to them all the time. Most of them not personally, but in the comments we visit, and I get to read all their comments, and they're really good people. I have sorted the wheat from the chaff. My moderators do the same thing, I would say, for the last couple of years. So they've been verified as good people, and you might be able to make that connection with somebody in your area that will help your community. As we grow this community and you start to hit people that you resonate with, when you meet somebody you resonate with them, and that's somebody that can actually help you. That's why Bud's here. He was in the comments first, you know. So
He
thank
did,
you for
and then
being
he
here.
called us.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, give a shout out to Jesse.
Is Jesse here?
I
I
haven't
hope
seen
so.
him. I haven't seen him.
Guys, if you haven't followed Jesse, the Shielded Prepper, he is.
He helps you prepare spiritually. For
He
what's
does.
coming forward. I mean,
I was trying to find a way to put his content, but as far as being prepared spiritually, I'd say that's it.
yeah, I mean, he gives you like A, B, C, D type how to prepare spiritually for what's all this crap that's
He
coming.
loves
down
to
the road.
talk about Jesus, and that's what he's good at. So
Yeah.
check out the Shielded Prepper. Check out Side Hustle Survivalist. Thank you for being here. Have an awesome day. Later.
See you guys.